So I started this tank with the piece of driftwood and a couple bunch of moss that are tied to the driftwood here, and you can see a couple of months later it pretty much took over this driftwood, and I actually been trimming it down so it doesn't go wild. And when you do that, there's moss that will pretty much flow around, and you have to go and scoot them up, and you have to maintain this tank, or else the moss will pretty much take over. So my plan is just to either just take out this whole driftwood, because it's a lot of work and I don't want to deal with it. I mean, it looks good now, but it was a lot of work. But one thing I really like about this tank, and I'll show you guys, I'm really starting to dig this moss on the glass here, because since this tank do have a bit of algae, the moss are attaching themselves to the algae, to the glass. So what I'm gonna do is take out this moss and then leave a couple of moss that leave the moss that are on the glass here, and I'm gonna see what's gonna become of it, because I think that if it attaches itself here and let it do its own stuff, I think it's gonna look great and it's gonna look natural. So we're just gonna take this whole driftwood out and leave that be. As for the shrimps, oh, the chocolate shrimps are sweet and delicious. They've been growing. The camera isn't really picking up the color of the shrimps, but they're very nice. And this is just one of it. When they breed, they seem to put out different colors. In this tank, I have seen some very dark babies, like dark chocolate. You can imagine that. It's like dark chocolate, and they're very small babies, and they're already dark color. So once I take out this tank, maybe I'm able to see them. So that's the plan for this tank, and I think I'm gonna do that.